K were to retire, tomorrow, who would be the head coach? Who would you hire as the head coach of your Duke Blue Devils?
Of my Duke Blue
Well, they're
Devils.
yours right now. I'm letting you run them.
That it's such a loaded question because I mean they're going to want to keep it in the family, right? Yep. But who's the most successful person in that coaching tree right now? Is it Johnny Dawkins? Like, is it Mike Bray? Is it Wojo just got fired? Is it Jeff Capel because he got Pitt to 12 wins or whatever he did? Is it Chris Collins because 4 years ago he got Northwestern to the NCAA tournament? Like, Tommy Amaker from Harvard? I don't know. I have no idea. I wonder if it's another situation where you just kind of give it to Scheyer because he's the lead assistant right now and say, okay, well, we're going to figure it out with Scheyer. There's no good options. And in 4 or 5 years, if this doesn't work out, then we can hit the refresh button. But for now, we keep the continuity in the program. We're going to keep the players that we have in the program. We're going to keep the former head coach happy that is obviously going to stay involved. We're going to keep the alums happy that all like Scheyer because I think everybody on the planet, except for Maryland basketball fans, like Scheyer. So I think that's probably where I would end up, even though he's like 33 years old and going to be coaching at one of the best jobs in the country. I don't know. I think that's probably what I would do.
Yeah, like, listen, with the way everything's headed right now, is that like you ran through them, right? Chris Collins has a new AD now and has to win. Wojo's out of a job. I always thought Wojo would be the guy as long as he won at the time when K retires. He may not be employed at the time K retires now, so he's out of the mix. Capel is certainly struggling a bit right now. I don't even know if he can field the team this year. Dawkins, to me, hasn't done anything. What are you laughing at? It's true. I don't know if he's got enough dudes.
Like, Pitt's got like three guys. They got 3 guys on the roster.
Mike Bray's in danger of getting fired or just retiring at Notre Dame. He's not a member.
Mike Bray does not want to do. There's the last thing in the world that Mike Bray wants right now is to have to go coach Duke. I think he would have much rather.
Quinn Snyder is a stud in the NBA right now. There's no way in hell he would even listen to it.
Jeff, let me ask you this question. Do you think Mike Bray, if you gave him these 2 options, option A, you and Coach K can switch jobs, or option B, you and Martin Inglesby at the University of Delaware right now can switch jobs, which one does he say yes to? Because I think he goes to Delaware, so he's 45 minutes away from Rehoboth Beach.
Yes.
Right? He's at his alma mater. There's no 100%. Pressure. He doesn't have to do anything, and he just gets to coach for fun. Like, you don't have to worry about it.
There's a name. Marlo, with the name of the chat. I actually like that one. I don't know if it would work, but I haven't heard that. I actually like that, Rob. Tell me.
Hold on, Jeff. Who's that in the chat right now?
It's our boy.
Yeah. Wait, who is it though? Is it Marlo Stanfield? Marlo Stanfield's in the chat right now.
What's his name?
Yeah, Marlo Stanfield's hopping in the chat. We got Marlo Stanfield here. Congrats, man. Glad you didn't get locked up.
Do you think Billis? Seriously, do you think Billis would get some play for that job?
I'm sure somebody would mention him. I have zero doubt that somebody would mention him.
I mean, you have on staff now Carrawell, Scheyer, and I think Nolan Smith is going to be elevated, which he should. I think
no. Here's the answer.
Go ahead. Who's the answer? No. No. I don't think it's going to be Jeff Capel. I think a lot of people thought it would be Capel. It's to me, it would not be Jeff Capel if it happened tomorrow. I'm kind of with you. I think it probably would be Scheyer with the way everything's gone. And he's been on staff for what? How many years now? What are we, 5, 6 years? 5 years?
It's getting up there. When did he retire? I think he retired in 2016.
I feel like it's been 5 years.
I think it's 5 years,
Scheyer.
yeah.
You know, like, and again, what people don't realize is most of these guys don't want this job. They don't want it. Why would you want it? You're going to follow K? Now, Bobby Hurley is the one we haven't talked about yet. Okay, he's the one we haven't talked about yet. They had an awful year at Arizona State, but he would want the job. That's the difference between him. Everybody else we've named is Bobby Hurley would say, like, Quinn Snyder can't, like, no, he's not taking it. Quinn Snyder's he's doing the best job in the NBA. He's not leaving for Duke right now. He's again, guys don't leave head NBA jobs for college jobs unless they're fired. They're not leaving those.
Unless they don't have an option. right?
Right.
Unless
If no other option. Yes, that's one thing. Chris Collins, no, we already talked about him. Tommy Amaker. The only thing I'd say about Amaker, here's the only thing, Rob, is after last year when they didn't play in the Ivy League, like I don't think Amaker wants the job. I don't think he wants it. He loves Boston. He loves Cape Cod. And I think ultimately he wouldn't want it. But again, the hard part is if Kay asks you to take it, no matter who you are, don't you have no choice? You have to take it.
Probably, but who would Kay ask to take it? That's the thing I don't know, because
that is the big question.
Nobody from the tree has done anything close.
Brad Stevens, probably.
Maybe Jim Boeheim.
Oh yeah, there you go. They can coach together. They can co-coach at Duke for a year or two. But yeah, I think Scheyer would be, especially if Kay can go another year or two. And you've got Scheyer with he's only 30.
Honestly, it's the easy answer, because you can just kind of say this was the guy that was on staff, and we wanted to keep the continuity. This is the guy that understands the current version of Duke basketball right now, right? And if it doesn't work, then you can go out and you can make another hire. But there's also a chance that it will work. Like the same thing with Hubert Davis. There's a very real chance that this could end up being the kind of hire that gets North Carolina back to being the team that competes for ACC regular season titles and that gets to Final Fours and wins national titles. Remember, North Carolina is what? 4 years, 3 NCAA tournaments removed from winning the national title. The only teams that have won a national title since they won their national title are Virginia and Villanova. That's it. So yeah. It's not like they have this huge mountain to climb, and it's not like Hubert wasn't a huge part of building that program to the point that it got to, especially when you consider the fact that they didn't make their run because of these massive recruiting wins, right? Like they didn't win a national title because they had Anthony Davis and Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. They didn't win a national title because they had Jahlil Okafor and Tyus Jones and Justice Winslow and all these guys. They won a national title because they got a bunch of guys that were just under the radar. They identified the players that would fit for what they wanted to do. They developed them. They got them to the point where they were all Americans as juniors and seniors, and Hubert Davis was intimately involved in all of that. And I think that would make a lot of sense. Here's a really interesting name, and I want your opinion on this. Again, coming from our boy, Marlo Stanfield, Kara Lawson.
Well, she's got to win at Duke first. She'd have to win. She hasn't even coached a game yet, right? Didn't they bail at the beginning of the season? I don't even know if they played a game. So I don't think you give it to her today. Rick Barnes, no. Shane Battier, no. Grant Hill, why not? Grant Hill does like 8,000 other jobs. I mean, seriously, he owns the Hawks. He runs USA Basketball. He's a Turner. I've never seen anybody hold more titles and positions than Grant Hill. I don't know how he gets any work done.
Can you, if you are a part owner of the Hawks, can you coach a college basketball team?
Can you commentate for Turner about players that are in college that are eligible? Like, I don't understand how we can do that.
I think it's different calling a game than it is actually being intimately involved in coaching a team while you own coaching a college team while owning a portion of another team. I don't know what percentage does he own of the Hawks? Like he's just a minority owner, right?
He is a minority owner.
Is it like the kind of thing where he just owns some shares in it and has no involvement?
I don't know. I mean, it's crazy though. Like I've never seen anybody, honestly. He was on like the commission for college. Like this dude does everything.
Yep. He also one time I was going out to what's the chicken and waffles place in Durham called?
Oh, I forget. It's good. Good spot though.
I can never remember the name of it. But I was going there. I was with it was when Duke was playing Indiana back in like 2017 in the Big Ten Challenge. It was 2016. It was the year that Tom Crean actually went out and won because I wrote this big column about Duke is horrible. Or I'm sorry, Indiana's horrible. We're never going to see anything more of them. And like they never lost again. And they ended up making it to the Sweet 16 that year as Big Ten champions. But I was there with, I think it was Zach Osterman, Dana O'Neill, and maybe Borzello. And we were waiting in line for like 45 minutes, and we had our table all lined up. And the waitress was like, all right, we're getting your table set up. It's going to be right over there. You're going to sit at that table right there. And then she never came to get us. And she sat Grant Hill and some companion of his at our table, and she was like, "Sorry, we had to give the table away." I was like, "Yeah, it's a grand. I get
Little
it.
more important than you.
Grand Helen Burr. Like, I get it. I get it. I can't even. You can't even be mad at that one, can you?
No.
It is what it is.